can try to monkey branch to someone else if they see you're not on par. You don't have to be the best. Some girls don't care. They don't care if you're a plumber or you're in construction or this, that, and the thing. As long as they see you striving for something, it's good, right? But that's comes with a caveat. You have to give yourself enough time to weed this girl out. What does she want? Do you want to put in all this effort and find out if she's low value or she's a gold digger? Probably not. I've seen a lot of men get destroyed because they didn't weed out long enough. So you have to be able to be very rash with your relationships, right? Men protect relationship, women protect sex, right? So if a woman gets sex with you very early, that should be a red flag. That's why a lot of guys, if they smash in the first date, they don't take the girl serious. And you, like, how do you expect it? If she gave you, unless you somehow were the only guy she smashed in the first date, which you can't really fully confirm, because even a lot of these women, when they say their body counts, you gotta times it by 2. And if you're a woman watching this, it's no disrespect, it's just what guys have noticed for the majority of time, right? So be careful with that. So make sure you're chasing your dreams. Make sure you're being a situational alpha. Plan stuff, and you don't even have to plan stuff for like to try to get a woman. Plan stuff for you and your boys sometimes, just to have a good life. I read this article that said that people who have good lives, the thing that was the determining factor was how good their relationships was, right? So they'll call up your friends and they'll be like, hey, how you doing? They would take people out. They would plan stuff. They would just have a very loving relationship with people they cared about, and that showed like throughout their life, and at the end of their life they were very happy. So if you want to live a happy life, do that. Plan stuff and reach out to people. But I say this with another caveat, because there's this book called Thinking Fast and Slow, which is amazing, and it says we have a system 1 and a system 2 brain. So the system 1 brain is basically ease and everything's happy-go-lucky, and what the system 1 does is it's based off your past experiences. So it's kind of like a auto answer, right? So you know how like you text something, and like when you're typing something into Google or something, right, it'll give you a prompt to finish the rest of the sentence, because a lot of people type it, right? That's basically what your system 1 does. It's kind of has an answer ready to fire. System 2 is what you want to mainly be working with, because it's the analytical part that's always kind of like being very perspicacious. It wants to read the situation properly and make sure that you are good, you're making the right decisions, so it overanalyzes, right? That's the one you want to work with. And when you smile a lot, I know you want to be a friendly person, but when you're always smiling, it tricks your mind and your brain that like, oh, I'm easy, like this is nice, and you won't overthink. So that's why you might not pay attention to details. So I want you to just sometimes be serious, straight face, and focus on whatever you're focusing on, right? Because the more you're doing that, it tricks your brain like, oh, okay, what are we locking in on? Let's get this going. You run your subconscious to help you, because your subconscious could be your best friend or your worst enemy. And if you're like me, you've probably had days where your mind is like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, just being like a little baby, like, oh, I can't do this. I'm not gonna walk up to this bad bitch with a BBL that I want to smash and get her digging her guts. Like, I can't do that because I'm this, that, and third. No, bro, it's really not that deep. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to be able to just analyze your own thoughts. 3, meditation. I know I hate meditation so much, but I do it now, because I realize just you don't have to do it repetitively, but just one day sit with your thoughts and just try to notice what you're thinking, right? Because the first day I did that, I was telling myself random fucking stories, multiple random fucking stories actually, and I was like, what the hell, what am I thinking of? Like it didn't even make sense, right? And a lot of times people don't even notice this stuff, right? That's the scary part. You want to be able to at least notice it and be like, okay, I'm thinking this, let's get back to the topic. Let's get back. I'm gonna say the cliche words you knew was gonna come, everybody's waiting for. Part 4, being in the gym and just working on your body, right? Being able to feel good is how you look good, and when you look good, your confidence exudes even more. Like, imagine just dressing in a crisp, fresh outfit, fresh haircut, everything on go mode, right? It don't even matter if people think you look good. You think you look good, and that helps a lot with like confidence and whatever route you want to go. So yeah, that's the ideal route. make sure you're dressing drippy. Like, you don't have to be swaggy, but like, you know, maybe classy. Find your outfits, right? Like, if you're not good at wearing outfits, because I realize it's actually hard for some people, do this. Match your shirt color with your shoe color, all right? Or match your shoe color with your pants color. That's it. 2 simple steps. Yeah. And like, you kind of figure a sense, get a third sense the more drippy you get. Like, I dress up on a color basis. Some people don't do color basis. Some people do different type of outfits. They'll have a neo hat with crispy shoes, and like, you know, like, there's different ways of doing this, right? If you want some tips, you could always message me. But yeah, let me know. And then, yeah, back to focusing on women. You have to be able to engage a woman emotionally, like an emotional roller coaster, but not do it so toxic in a way that she just thinks about negative emotions. Because some people may realize, like, especially if it's a low value woman, she will at first get hooked to the negative emotions. You give her some negative and she'll want to fix it, or she'll want to cling on to you more so she doesn't lose you. But in the life is already full of negative moments. You want to be a woman's happy place, that when she thinks of, she doesn't just get annoyed, like, oh, this guy's fucking annoying. Like, yeah, people say you rather a woman love you or hate you, but when she feels no emotions towards you, that's when she really doesn't care about you. But like, I feel like if you're brutally honest about everything with her, right, don't go cheat and say, yo, I cheated on you, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't even cheat in the fucking first place. But like, let's say, I don't know, you know, she's a bit bigger, and you say like, yeah, honestly, I noticed you've been getting a bit bigger. Like, it's the way you say these things, right? I don't want you guys to lead you guys astray, and you have you guys supposed to say some dumb shit to the woman, and now you're coming to me like, yo, you told me to say this. No, like, if you're radically honest about stuff that's on your mind, especially like, let's say a girl says something in a negative tone of voice, I'd be like, yo, like, watch your mouth. Why are you talking to me like I'm your little kid, right? And be very careful with the way you say it, because as guys, we have a tendency of being very kind of having a negative tone against girls and getting mad when they get negative back, right? A lot of women, they take what you give to them and they double it and they give it back, right? Double it and give it to the next person, right? So yeah, like, being honest and self-respectful for yourself goes a long way, right? Because you don't take disrespect. You check these women when they try to say something slick or in a slick tone of voice. And yeah, when you're radically honest, like, if she says, yo, do I look fat in this dress? No, but I don't like your shoes. Like, maybe don't say it like that, but you know, like, no, but your shoes could use some work. If she asks you about her hairstyle and you don't like it, she'd be like, oh, you like my hairstyle? If you know she's really sensitive, I'd be like, oh, change is good, you know, like, and she might keep pressing you for the answer, and then I guess you could tell her then. But like, there's way you could play without being a complete asshole. And the thing is, it sucks because a lot of women love the bad boy asshole archetype, and you could definitely do that. No problem with doing that, as long as you're true to yourself. I don't want you guys to completely change your archetype to try to please a woman. Please yourself, right? 3, if you're not funny, get some jokes, man. You gotta be able to make your girl laugh, because if you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make the body jiggle, right? I don't know whatever they say about that stuff. So yeah. And last but not least, I'm not gonna lie to you, trying to keep a woman forever, it's gonna be tough. If you don't have your resources, if you don't have your masculine frame, if you're not always a step ahead of her, like more smart than her, it's gonna be really tough. If you're not older than her, it's gonna be really tough. Right? A lot of things have to align for you to have that good romance that lasts years. You gotta find a good best woman for you. It doesn't have to be the baddest bitch, but she has to be pretty for you. Attraction goes a long way. Right? So does intelligence, so does kindness, this, that, and the third. So make sure first things first, you are working on yourself, and when it's time, you give yourself that long enough weeding out process so that you don't jump into a relationship with the first girl that lets you hit, thinking that she thinks I'm special, or like, I think she's special, I love her, this, that, and the third, and it's like, buddy, so did the last 45 dudes she was with, you know? Yeah, so let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree. Don't forget to subscribe. A lot of y'all watch my videos and don't subscribe, so just anyways, yeah, let me know what other content you want to see, and let me know if you agree with the stuff I'm saying, if I'm right or wrong, or if there's anything you want expansion on. Let me know. Your boy out.